Welcome to another episode of Gaming and Performance. I'm your host, and I've returned with another video. And in this video, I'm doing a part 2 regarding to, hey bro, trust me, don't reverse boost. So let us begin. I have watched a lot of video content from content creators who are abstained from any form of mitigation to the algorithm in playing Call of Duty. I respect that opinion. However, the reasonings that I have listened to do not address the elephant in the room, and that is engagement optimized matchmaking. And it is my opinion, no disrespect to any content creator out there, you cannot make a valid argument unless you address the algorithm that is driving people to reverse boost. You can dance around it and say that they do it because they want content. You can dance around it and say that, well, I like the good old days of COD. You can dance around it and say that opponents are too hard. But the truth of the matter remains the same. The whole reason what drives people to try to fix the game is because of an algorithm that prevents them to play the game based on the mechanics of how the game is supposed to be played. Trying to avoid the discussion of engagement optimized matchmaking along with your reasonings for why you do not like people to reverse boost is like trying to eat a bowl of cereal in a room with an elephant stomping about and making noise for you to look down at your crotch and realize it's soaked, to be surprised and don't understand how it happened. You have to understand these are consumers. You can agree with their decision to try to manipulate or try to circumvent the algorithm, or you can disagree with them. However, you cannot do so properly unless you address the elephant in the room, and that is engagement optimized matchmaking. It is the driving force for why people want to two-box or whatever you want to call it. And I think it's only fair that I follow up this video saying that because it is very important that we have that understanding. We can agree to disagree about people who circumvent the algorithm, but we must agree on why. There's only one reason why. You can't make up other stuff. You cannot make up other excuses. It is because there's a fundamental issue playing the game that causes the mechanics of the game to not function as it should. You could say to these people, will stop playing. They did. That's why they're circumventing the algorithm. They did stop playing. I think that's important that we have that understanding. I think it's important that we all need to stop blaming the consumer, because what you're doing is something called victim blaming. You're blaming the victim, only looking at the outcome of what the victim does and not understanding what drove the victim to do what they do. And it's very poor sportsmanship. It is an extremely misleading way to view this objectively. People are reverse boosting because the algorithm cheats them out of playing the game as intended. It has absolutely nothing to do with how hard the other opponent is. It has everything to do with your ability to aim your weapon, fire your weapon, and get a predictable result, and to set up your character and weapon to get a predictable result each time you play the game. The problem is that this is not happening, and it's a direct result of engagement optimized matchmaking, in which it is only remedied through reverse boosting. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. And if it bothers you that much that people are two-boxing, I got news for you. You can rest easy knowing that they have already found a way to circumvent two-boxing. As we all know that whenever a new Call of Duty game comes out, we go through a preseason. By the time season 1, and especially by season 2, their two-boxing would be circumvented to the point where they'll be playing as if they weren't two-boxing at all. They're going to get the same kind of lobbies. So you can rest assured that two-boxing won't be an issue by season 2. I do thank you for your time. Have a nice day. What you talking about, Willis?